I'm Joe. Pew Thanks.
Josh. Zuby Zabrickus. These pretzels are making Zuby thirsty.
Gavin from TerraTech Industries.
Hey, this is Matt McGriff, and you should be watching Y50.
I'm Dustin, king of the airwaves.
Hello, la la la.
Podcast. It's time for the podcast. Hey guys, how are you? It's Todd Ansich here for another edition of Behind the Bunker, our after show podcast. This is episode 11. Thank you very much for checking us out. We are available on iTunes or Podomatic if you guys are not on an Apple device. With me, as always, I have my friend Josh, Zuby Zabrickus.
That's me, and yes, I take the left and right on my headphones very serious.
Were they backwards for the pre-show?
No, but I had to look because they didn't really feel proper.
Ah, very nice. And then Joe Kimson.
Greetings, how are you?
Not too bad, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
How is Flaggetters Paintball these days?
Flaggetters Paintball is doing quite swimmingly, thank you for asking.
Very nice. And new to our podcast last week is Jamie King.
Hello.
Jamie King all the way from somewhere, Angel?
Yeah,
somewhere?
yeah,
Very
yeah.
nice. Nice to join you. Nice for you to join us. You made a couple enemies last week.
I like to do that once a week because that allows me to have makeup conversation.
Yes, I guess it does. Yeah, you got us in trouble on a couple different forums. I have never been called such nasty things. There are people that will no longer watch the program because of of some of the things that came out of your mouth last week. Apparently,
they just don't get our humor.
You should have heard them after the after show.
People, unfortunately, do not get the joke, and forums are not a friendly place. I found out this week they're full of not happy people. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, not one person had anything to say. Well, no, that's not true. There was an emoticon that was, I think, smiling, or a winky face. Maybe that's nice. In our podcast as well, we also have Matt the Crypt, who will be asking us questions this evening that you guys have submitted in.
Yeah, I'm here. I got questions.
Okay.
Hello,
and Seb,
Matt.
nice to have you in.
Hi, everybody.
So, guys, we have our Twitter feed open right now, and we're also watching our chat. So if there's anything that if you guys are watching us live that you want to ask, get it in on those mediums right now. If you're not watching us live, why don't you come join us on Monday night at 8 o'clock? We don't bite. I know a lot of you have work and other obligations and Monday night football and such, but come check us out live one time. It's quite fun. Matt, why don't we get right into some of your questions?
Sure. This one is from Jay South Beach. Do all teams use the same names for the obstacles in Speedball?
That's a good question. I will honestly say no. I know I've joined a couple teams that they've completely used different names that we did. Mm-hmm. I know our camp, we had several farm teams, and our entire camp used the same codes. That way, when we're coaching up or coaching down, then people know what the bunker names are. Depends on the teams. I know some teams use the back row as alphabet letters. Some guys use numbers as positions. I know our guys, we always used specific calls that actually had city names. For some reason, it worked for us. I'm not sure
continent. Why. Obama's a very popular name as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Zuby used to use Hyperball Tube number 1, Hyperball Tube number 3. When he used to play Speedball on Hyperball.
They weren't even real hyper tubes either. So sad.
Yeah.
We use the same terms, Joe. We use that blow up thing there, that blow up thing there.
That's right. I recall it vividly.
But you know what? It's okay. Forget Speedball, but on the rental field, people still have to communicate and use the same names. I mean, I like fields that have buildings either obviously painted a color or with signs on it saying, like this is, the embassy, or this is whatever, or
you have buildings painted different colors.
Yes, you say, the pink building on the right and the green building on the left. I mean,
or a hospital with a giant flag hanging off the top that Todd can't find. He's always sitting 5 feet away from it.
Or an obvious church building, something like that. So,
not just he's shooting me from behind that tree.
I believe I used the word peppering.
Obama tree. He's behind Obama tree.
Then you have to assault him.
Sadly, Obama was a name of the bunker that we always used to use. I'm not sure why.
Or Todd screaming out from across the field, Josh, you're toxic. Do you know what that means?
Poison.
Yeah, poison.
Poison's
not
what I was
toxic.
using. Did I use that word to you?
I don't remember. You're yelling. But
Yeah.
One thing that
I was laughing.
Okay, you know what? In the chat, here's a
You
question.
gotta watch out for poison.
I want to know if anyone else uses the word poison, and what that means is if someone's on the other side of your bunker. That's
We
a
used to always say
speedball term,
toxic.
but really, we used to say poison.
Yeah,
Poison?
I grew up with poison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked AC/DC.
Greatest song ever.
I like Motley Crue.
Well, if we're talking glam rock,
like
that's
Motley
a totally
Lue.
different.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
moving on.
It's all White
That's on
Snake.
Time Machine.
This is going nowhere. Tara G writes in, my boyfriend always wants me to play. Tell him it's for guys and he should just do it with his friends.
Oh, don't tell him to do it with his
What's
friends.
his name?
She doesn't say. Tara wrote in about her
Well,
boyfriend.
Tara, it's obviously that your boyfriend needs a new girlfriend.
What a good, what a,
Whoa!
I said that.
Zilby.
what a
Man.
good little trooper, though. You know what? If your girlfriend's telling you to go out and play paintball, you know how many guys that are watching right now at home do not have that and have to battle with their girlfriends to come out to the field? We hear it every week. You know, oh, I got to pass, and I got, you know, if your girlfriend's telling you to go out,
She doesn't.
don't rock that boat. And if
Let me ask the question again.
no, I'm getting to it. If she doesn't want to join you, don't encourage her to come out. It's your guy zone.
Just tell her there's a lot of other girls there, so she'll get jealous. Then she'll
In
come.
Lululemon pants.
Okay, but if you're tiptoeing,
Don't come out to the field. They're all wearing Lululemon pants.
it'll ruin your day. Why should you have to babysit your girlfriend and make sure that no one overshoots her and she has a good time? You don't need that stress. Let her, if she's willing to stay home and doesn't want to play, then don't let her play. That goes against everything I say about bring everybody into the sport, but
Yeah, but if she doesn't want to come, I agree.
yeah.
Don't force her.
So then you agree with her second part? Tell him it's for guys and he should just do it with his friends?
Can I bring something to everybody's attention? I know people are watching or listening at home, but Zuby, what is that? About 250 milliliter, or is that a 500 milliliter container?
Nah, let's go 475.
I'm sure.
Okay,
It's
Matt.
2 cups.
Matt came here and was hungry, so instead of going and getting like a hamburger or something anyone else would get, he got 19 kilograms of cheese curds. How can you tell that he's Canadian?
Leave my French brother alone.
He
Leave
was
him
eating.
alone.
He's a cheese. For anyone that doesn't know and didn't grow up in Mennonite country or has a cousin that's Amish, a cheese curd is essentially raw poutine.
I wish.
Yeah.
He got those, then he stopped at McDonald's and got fries.
I've yet to try the new McDonald's poutine. I've heard it's quite
Gotta
bad.
be so wrong.
I haven't been there.
You know what is
yeah.
right though is the fact that you have a patty that's shaped up a rib, and they call it the McRib. That's not right on
It
so
even
many
has
levels.
like bone. It looks like there's supposed to be bones in there.
And grill marks.
Wait
Yeah.
a second. Danger Man's leaving? Come on.
Oh, that's nice.
Danger Man's girlfriend obviously doesn't subscribe to the same as Tara G there, who just says, let her boyfriend go and play.
All right.
yeah. So Kieran Mack, why
Hey, Danger Man picks her. It never happened.
why don't paintball fields let me and my friends bring our own paint when we play?
Why does a restaurant not allow you to bring your dinner
Or your own wine.
or your own wine? Absolutely.
Well, that could be debated, the wine part.
Or your own
Your own
poutine.
food.
Because if you go to a high-end restaurant in Montreal or France or wherever,
Yeah, and you can go
they
to
let you
BYOP
bring your
games,
own
too.
wine.
Yeah.
You can have, but you pay a corkage fee.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I will say it. BYOP, bring your own paint to any field, is what's killing this industry. I realize that it's cheaper for people and they can play more often, but if you're killing
also
if you're
stupid.
killing the manufacturer for having to have their prices so low and the fields that low, you're going to lose them.
Well, I think you're
I
killing
agree.
Independent George.
I did.
You
but
guys are killing Independent George.
A George divided against himself cannot stand.
Worlds are colliding.
Yes, it is.
I really don't want myself or my kids getting shot from the paint that's been sitting in your garage for the last 6 months, so that's a big deal to me.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Let's talk safety. Seb, did you have questions?
I do.
Stealing my thunder.
Well,
Next question from... Oh, sorry, Matt. Do you have something, sir?
No, go ahead, please. We need to get our French content in for the CRTC.
Yes. CRTC. We're good. This next question is from Lisa Miller. How do you prepare for a winter big game? What do you bring? Question mark.
Ooh.
Thanks,
Layers.
Lisa. Great question.
Lots of
layers.
Lots of layers. A couple pair of socks, boots.
Knitted sweaters and socks is what I
Wear
say.
your long underwear. Bring a couple hats. Just layer your clothing. Bring what you have so you're comfortable.
Bring a change of clothing in the event you get wet. You can put something dry on.
Lululemon and a tank top.
Now, Jamie, now we're talking.
Yeah, I mean,
Boots.
technical fabric and warm clothes for sure, and layers. I don't know what else more you can say. Also, make sure you bring lots to drink because you do get hydrated when you're wearing that many layers and you are heating.
You know, what are those little hot... The little hot things that you throw in your gloves?
Hot packs.
Hot packs?
Yeah,
Hot.
yeah, I've seen it out of field
Also-
selling them now.
We have also something that people forget. Even though it is cold and you're not typically sweating, make sure you drink lots because you can dehydrate in the cold weather, and you're using a lot more energy trudging through the snow than you would be in the summer. So just make sure you stay hydrated.
Yep. Eric Engler in the chat says warm boots. Bitcheser says layers in the chat.
Wouldn't that be Bit Chaser?
Bitches,
Bitch asser. I don't know.
Tomato.
Yeah, for sure.
For girls and boys, too. For girls, a heavily padded bra.
Maybe-
And for men, the bro with the men's ear.
All right, Seb, let's keep your questions
It's
going.
the after show. Come on.
Lloyd Braun has one.
Why can't you be
I see
more
in the
like
chat
Lloyd?
here, hot hands. Is that what they're called? Maybe those little...
I think that's one
Oh,
of the
yeah.
brands. I'm sure there's lots of different brands out there.
Sheriff Wenderley. Sorry if I butchered your name. I'm sure I have. Has anyone from behind the bunker had a chance to check out the new Vial Mask yet? I think Zuby owns 2 pairs already.
We saw the Vio at World Cup.
Into the mic, Joe.
I'm not.
I wasn't to the microphone.
You were not, sir.
I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
And I got an assistant
Thank
tonight
you.
with me.
We saw the Vio at World Cup.
It was hard to see it, though.
Joe.
It was behind a counter, off in the distance, and there was a guy guarding it. So
No,
you couldn't-
that was the HK mask. The Vio we actually touched and held and took
Oh.
apart. And
Well, whatever. There's too many bloody masks on the market anyways.
Oh, don't say that. We need
Why
many
don't you-
more.
Why don't you tell us how you feel about it, Matt?
Yeah. To be honest with you, the new Vio looks cool. I tried it on. I think it's too small for my face. It's kind of like the i4s, the i4s. People will like them because there'll be a million different variations. As far as field owners and store owners go, they're probably not going to like it very well because it means they have to stock all kinds of ridiculous colors and they're never going to sell them. I don't know. They're okay. If you want something different that no one else is going to have for about 3 weeks until they go out and buy them, great. I still like, someone asked me the question the other day. I told them I still like my E-Flex, and I also like my i3 from Dye. Those are my 2 staples.
There might be something... that you're
Don't
gonna
say
want-
it. Don't say it. I don't need any
Okay.
more hate mail and trolling. Ed Pepin in Twitter says, I'm with you, Matt. Cheese curds equals dinner. So wrong. So
Well
wrong.
played.
God bless
Well
your
played.
heart, sir.
No, this entire time I thought that mask was called the V10.
Really? Because they're a nice font.
No, when the guy was talking about it, I wasn't paying attention.
I have another
I
question.
was focused on the poster, the girl, and the Planet Eclipse movie.
Yeah, I'm Zuby. Kind of a big deal here. Maybe you'll see her again extravaganza. All right, Seb.
Extravaganza!
That's, I can't even say the word. I don't even know I'm trying this.
You're not giving away our water pick.
So Jared Johnson asks, what's a good age to start playing in DCXBL or PSP?
Sorry,
Is
can
there
you say
an
that
age?
again with your different accent?
Less
Jared
tease.
Johnson, what a good age to start playing CXBL or PSP?
The younger, the better. Yeah.
Younger the better.
The younger, the better. Start as soon as you can. You're not going to win the first tournament you're going to play anyways. Practice hard. Play a couple tournaments. That'll learn you quick. And the younger, the better. I know lots of people that play right now that one thing that they all have in common is they wish they started playing paintball earlier in life. Anyone else?
I concur.
I wish I started playing early.
I already made my point and said never. You want to keep your soul, stay away from both. Simple as that.
I want to make a video of Zuby at a speedball event where he takes his shirt off and breathes through his knuckles.
You don't have to, Todd. You take a picture of any speedball field and you got 50 of them.
Yeah. All right, Seb.
So much hate, Zuby. So you're just full of hate tonight. You need a hug? I'll give you a hug.
Did your hugs come with an OLED board?
Yeah. OLED board. I'm struggling to find another question because there's so many here.
So
Matt?
here's a question.
Yeah.
Hello, I used to play paintball, but now I don't have any money to play anymore. So I think good question for week quiz is, I didn't know we had another segment. What age is good to start paintball, and should you start it if you don't have money? That was from Bambi, by the way. Sorry.
Get a job, mate.
Paintball is a consumable sport. You need to purchase things every time you go out on the field. I mean, if you don't have a job and you can't afford it, it's obviously not something that you can take up. We've talked in the past about lots of other options, and that is to go and volunteer your time at a paintball field, and sometimes that translates into a trade for service. A paintball field will let you play for free one afternoon and maybe donate some paint for you. Joe, you would agree with that?
I would agree, yep.
But if you ultimately cannot afford it, I would say that you probably shouldn't.
You got a paper route.
Soccer.
And the youngest age to play paintball at most fields in Canada, and I believe the U.S., is 10 years of age. And for those that are younger that want to try something like paintball, then a lot of fields are offering something called Splatmaster, which is similar to paintball, and it's a lower impact version, and it's worth a try, and it's sort of give you a sort of taste of what paintball is like.
There's not many sports out there that don't cost money unless you're going to play frolf. But Zuby, you've been around the hockey industry for many years. You can say that hockey is just as, if not more expensive than paintball, would you not?
I've priced out both hockey and golf, and I've found that it's pretty on par with everything else that you're going to take up.
And now,
I even might have ventured to say even all the latest crazes like CrossFit. You're going to spend just as much money doing CrossFit a month than you are going to do paintball.
Those medicine balls aren't.
Look how much yoga pants are.
Yeah, and chances are you're not going to snap any of your muscles, right? And then, I know other people that look at it and say it's pretty similar to the cost of going out to a round of golf or playing in a hockey league. So,
and Jamie, you've got people. Your small peeps are in soccer.
Yeah, travel soccer, travel hockey, and I can tell you, travel hockey is more expensive than paintball.
How is soccer fair?
Soccer, the problem with soccer, it doesn't end anymore. There's no season for soccer anymore. I jokingly, I said earlier he should take up soccer because it's a ball and you can kick it around. But the problem is if you get good at kicking it around, then they want you to kick it around year round, and it's a couple $1,000s. So,
wow, yeah. All right, Matt, you want to do another one?
Yeah, soccer never ends now.
No, yeah, you know
Indoor,
what?
outdoor,
It's kind of like
24 hours a day.
And you know what? I can't go on the soccer field with my daughter, and I can't go on the ice with my son, but I can go on the paintball field with both of them. So,
very true.
Very true.
I prefer.
Oh, okay. All right, so Ralph G-Spot Hittin' writes in.
Jeez Louise.
What was
Wow. That deserves a ding, I think.
What's his last name?
Thank you, Jane.
Hittin'.
that deserves a slow clap.
Absolutely.
G-spot
All right,
hitting.
so carrying on with the question. Are there fields that ban speedball players from playing rec ball? I don't want to get shot 15 times per second when I'm out there for fun.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I don't think they ban speedball players
Come
per
on.
se, but I know most recreational fields will cap the firing rates. I know our field, we will not allow anything other than semi-auto. And even at that, the ref will, depending on the group that's out there, if a guy's, feathering his trigger and getting it up there, the ref will usually tell him to slow it down if there's younger kids or, we're not playing speedball on a scenario field. So, it's up to the refs to keep that down, right?
A lot of recreational paintball players don't want to play with the high rate of fire. They're out there having a casual afternoon of paintball, and they don't want to have to be fully auto or burst or ramping. So a lot of referees will keep an eye on that and Conversely, several fields have, 2 or 3 fields running simultaneously with an up level of play, if you will, where guys, if they want to go out and shoot at a higher rate of speed, they can go shoot each other instead of shooting, I use it all the time, young Johnny having his birthday party or someone out for an afternoon of recreational leisure paintball.
Well, no, guys like Zuby don't want to be out there playing MagFed and, having guys with full auto going at them. So... Especially if you're trying to sit behind a bunker and load first strike rounds into your...
That's a shame.
I'm sorry.
That's a shame.
Cover me with your strike loader, Todd. I got to reload.
Yeah, that goes back to the question: what can you do to help newbies? Maybe to help newbies not light them up.
Yeah.
There's your best part.
I looked, by the way, today, and strike loader still is not for sale. I'm still hoping. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm going to buy one just to have one.
That's a nice segue into my next question.
Nice.
Actually, thank you. Sir John asks, who will win the battle between Q-Loader and MagFed?
What?
I thought that battle was won a long time ago.
I would say MagFed over Q-Loader.
Or MagFed?
Pardon? MagFed, yes. I would say MagFed.
There's a lot of people out there that still use Q-loaders and swear by them, but the MagFed market is growing, and
There's a lot of weirdos who like the Pinocchio hopper, too.
Yeah, that
it's
is
gonna be a big thing.
That is an odd-looking... I've seen somebody on YouTube using the Pinocchio, and they put the 50 cal paintballs in the Pinocchio, and I think you're supposed to get like 400 rounds out of it. Like
It
was
sounds more ridiculous when he says it with a French accent.
yes,
shouldn't it be Le
Can
Pinocchio?
I be a real boy?
the Pinocchio.
Can I be a real paintball player? Nice, you see one for an airsoft.
So much hate.
You
So
wonder
much hate
why some
tonight.
people don't send in questions. People send in questions, we just murder them.
I have an interesting question / statesman. All right, that's it. I'm going home. Bye.
Okay, Seb, when you speak English, not French, you
Statement.
do not pluralize everything.
Statement. I'm going to read that question in French if you don't. Keep going. Paul Williams says, would the ISS be a good place for paintball game? Paintball in zero gravity.
The
What do you
International
think will
Space
happen?
Station.
Space Station.
Wait, I can feel this one
Okay.
because I can tell you right now that after playing indoor on Saturday for several hours, my legs and back were in so much pain. I would have rather been playing in zero gravity. It would have made my event much less painful on Sunday.
So there'd be no drop off at all.
That's
You
what
would have to
happens when you get
compensate.
close to a speedball field, Jamie.
It's like a black hole.
There was blow up things there too. We ran around them.
All right, if anyone has any idea on this, zero gravity. If you shoot a paintball, what happens? Does the trajectory not change and it continues, or is there resistance still? I am not a physics major.
Your tank. I think there'd be something with the air.
High pressure air wouldn't.
Well, air would be in your air tank.
Hair.
Here, let me answer it
The
now.
hair.
Let me answer it now. It would not work. There you go.
Good.
Done.
All right, next question.
I don't believe Josh.
He said it with conviction. It's got to be
No,
true.
no.
Anything said on this show has got to be true, Jamie, right?
I can
It's
tell
on the
you
internet.
Yeah.
It's all true.
next week on Behind the Bunker, I will have an answer to that.
Will you look that up?
I will do my homework this week.
Silly
Awesome.
Tokyo.
I will.
Nice. Very good.
I think Matt's got something for us here.
Oh, sorry. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Jacob N writes in, what is the best fan on the market for me? My mask is always fogged up and it ruins the game for me.
Well, if it's only about you. If it's a JT goggle, JT makes a fan. Maybe you want to purchase an Echo 2020. They have their own fans built in that has a power plant of a nuclear reactor.
And also sounds like one.
Yeah, the FlexR.
Flexar fan.
From Easy Creations are
They
Awesome.
would have to be our best choice. They
Oh, yes.
they not only have you can control. They have two fans. You can control the direction. You can have one exhausting while the other one is pulling air in, or you can have them both shooting in, both shooting out. Change your speeds. They're very low profile.
and
I
they're
would check them out.
exceptionally quiet.
What's that?
They are exceptionally quiet.
So check them out. FlexR. Where else? Is that? Do they have a website?
Easy
Easy
Creations.
Creations.
Easy
Easy
Creations.
Creations.
That's
I think
what
on
it is.
Facebook.
Send me a message, and we can. If you can't find the link, and we'll get you in there.
I got something from Vincent La Pecorella. Basically, his entire book he wrote, he wants to know if there are specifically formulated winter shell for paintball. Well, there is. I can answer that question for you. The Sasquatch line from TerraTech actually has.
Yeah, buddy!
Yes. Actually, there are a whole bunch of shipment everywhere. Paintball stores. Go get some.
Nope. Very good.
There, RP Shear makes Polar Ice.
Yes. Good
And
point.
Draxus or GI make what was it? It's the name has escaped me. Todd, do you recall?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What is the Draxus or the GI winter paint called? Frostbite.
Frostbite.
There it is.
Frostbite.
Yep. Sorry, I was responding to some people in our chat. The chat's going pretty crazy tonight. Are you, and you mentioned Polar Ice?
Yes, I
Polar
did.
Ice, yes. Now, his question was, it says winter fill ball. Why don't they have winter shell ball?
It is.
But it's the same. It's the shells are a little better, and the fill has more of a...
non-freezing.
I was going to say antifreeze, but it is not antifreeze that's in a paintball. Don't quote me on that.
Mineral oil.
Yeah.
It's gasoline.
Unless it's a TerraTech.
The shell and the fill have a different formulation to be better suited for the winter climate.
At the
Yeah,
end,
because paintball companies don't actually give you their recipe
No.
as to the exact ingredients. Sorry.
at the end of Vincent's book there, he does say, I know Zuby loves first strike rounds because of the harder shell. Lol. You're Zuby. Just like to
Someone just trolled
Yeah, let
Zuby.
me see his real name. I'll find him on Facebook.
Vincent, I'm not. Is the last one.
You know
on
what,
the page
Jamie and I
there.
would like to take this opportunity now to tell people that we are not appreciative of people that do troll or make trolls.
Absolutely.
We try to keep everything on the up and up, right, James?
Absolutely.
Very nice.
It's troll free.
All right, guys, we're watching the Twitter feed right now, and we're also watching the chat. If you have any questions, get it in there. Brat from wherever is saying that he got an A on his physics final, so I'm asking him if he knows the question. Yeah.
Maybe it's Bratwurst.
Maybe.
Louise.
All right, FlexR fans, guys, are also available at anglerpaintballguns.com, so check that out. That's a good way to get them if you're in the States.
Fankits.com.
Fankits.com as well. Very nice.
I googled it.
On the Googles.
All
I
right.
found the fankits.
Do you want another question or?
On the internet.
All right. So Kieran, too much. I am not really a big fan of taking my gun apart if it's not broken. What should I be doing after each day of playing or every few days of playing? I have an Empire Sniper and an Empire Axe. Thanks, guys. Love the show.
Ooh, nice. I'm the worst because I hate taking those things apart or any gun apart. The axe is pretty simple, and the only time you ever need to take it down is, or take it apart, is if you break any ball in the breech and you want to clean it out. What was the other marker, Matt?
The sniper.
Sniper. Yeah, you know what? I mean, take the bolt out of the back, put a squeegee through it. That's the only thing you need to do. Otherwise, if you don't care what it looks like on the outside, it doesn't need to be cleaned.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you have a good day of paintball. Why clean all the good mojo off your gun?
Exactly. It's the same thing. Reason why you don't take the dual thermal pain lens off the JT goggles.
Or according to the one renter that bought a pair of goggles from our shop the other day, don't take the film off the inside of your lens either.
Don't take that off.
It's really blue. Do they not sell clear lenses, he said?
Well, they're like tearaways, like motocross.
Yes, but on the inside.
That gives you one extra use.
Yes, I was very careful on not laughing at him when I took his thing off the inside.
You took his thing off?
I did.
So somebody said
asked me how
in
I
the
got it
chat
off.
room, Polar Ice is excellent in cold weather paint, bad for warm weather.
Yes.
Hence the name Polar Ice.
Yeah. Well, that's a
Polar
good
Ice.
thing. Stay away from your BYOP
Synops.
events in the spring because all that winter ball comes out.
You should be an importer-exporter of latex products, sir.
All right. Let's hit another question here while I read. Looks like we had a couple answers here.
BitChaser asked you their 1.5 volt fan. Does it actually work?
Some people have them.
You know what? Moving air inside your goggles is always a good thing, anyways. If that's all you can use, try it. See how it goes. Brat from wherever says the air tank provides pressure. The pressure pushes the paintball forward. and the recoil would actually make you move, and the faster you shoot, the further you would move, because the recoil would push you back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know. You're not shooting a 50 cal.
Yeah, that was a
sniper
fail.
rifle.
Yeah. Jamie took physics in university, so let's let him take a crack at it this week and see if his major does anything for him.
You will come out with the formula to calculate the velocity and Newton force required
You know what? I'm 90%
in zero
sure.
gravity.
Nobody measures in newtons anymore.
We do.
I'm 90% sure of exactly how this whole thing would work, but I don't want to say it until I have all the facts because I don't want to come on here and tell you something that isn't true. That's just not my style. So let me just wait till I'm 100% on it, okay?
Yeah, he's a man of his word.
That.
He's a man of his word. Off the break, in Twitter sends us in a message at Behind the Bunker. Why do most paintball stores not have a return or exchange policy on paintball markers? That's a good question.
Why can't you return your underwear?
Also a very good question. I have a bathing suit.
It
It was.
smells like
I thought I
fish.
would try the European thong, Jamie, but after it didn't fit properly, I tried to return it.
The
They said that
banana
was
hammock.
not.
Can I borrow it for my?
Mankini.
I got my vacation
Borat.
coming up.
The Borat.
Can I borrow it?
You can. It might be a little taut on you.
Your leopard print Speedo.
Yeah.
So what about returning a gun to a store?
If a gun's used, I don't want a used gun if I'm going to buy one from a store.
No.
Um,
NAPA.
I agree with that policy. It might be frustrating, but for those of you that are wanting to purchase a new marker, try to find someone who has the one that you want and take it for a test on a field or in the crony range.
Yeah, ask a few questions. There's enough people out here. Ask it in the chat room now. I bet you any gun you're thinking of buying right now, somebody in this chat room's shot it or owns it. So, yeah, ask around. That's what I always like to do before I buy something.
Very good.
I like to shoot Joe's because Joe's got one of everything.
Yeah, just so you guys are aware, Joe's actually on the NASA website right now looking.
He's got the public communications office headquarters highlighted.
There, Jamie, you can call.
And we're not joking.
No, he just put it in the chat.
It's in the chat form. Awesome. Brilliant, sir. Brilliant.
Very nice. I didn't realize they were in Suite 2R40. I was on the wrong floor.
Yeah. They moved
Yeah.
when they lost all their funding.
Yeah, if you go to Suite 2R35, it's only a black leather couch.
That's all.
You can call. Someone there will be able to tell you.
Very nice. Thanks, Brat. Thanks for answering that. All right. So, do we have any more questions you guys are working towards?
Yeah.
Giddy up.
I got to say before we move any further that I am really looking forward to Paintball Extravaganza. That is really only a couple of weeks.
I want to see what
weeks
Titman's
away.
going to have. I'm excited. Not
I'm
visually
hungry.
excited, but I want to see.
I haven't eaten in a month.
I actually talked to the concierge, or not the concierge, the front desk about our rooms. We do have rooms booked for not for all of us, but the problem is one of the rooms will be labeled maintenance. So it's if you're looking for us.
An erotic getaway?
Yes, I've been trying to order Chinese food to the maintenance closet for a long time.
From Milan to
I was thinking of the Simpsons.
No, see,
Where
that's when
Marge and Homer
Elaine
go to
Elaine
the-
couldn't.
No, I know
Okay.
the duck, but I was referring to the Simpsons where they go into the hotel where they have all these themed rooms and they go into the the utility room. Sorry.
Oh, because I'm the
Ah,
down
close
on
enough.
my luck maintenance manager, and you're the cleaning lady. Yes, I remember that. Very good.
Utility room.
All right. Well, I'm being told by our
Seb.
sound
No,
guy.
you're not being told anything.
I feel like I'm at
Felt
the
like
Academy
some
Awards
tunes
and then
here.
being rushed off the stage, and the music just
Yeah.
started.
The countdown.
Matt, do we have one more question, or should we?
I've got one that's an easy no.
Okay.
This is from Tristan. Do I need to get a Halo to feed my DM13, or can I get an adapter to use the rip clip that I already have?
Pardon?
Sure, why not?
Rip clip or rip drive?
No, rip clip. I think is what.
Yeah,
I think you
that's what
better
I
get.
said.
I think you should get a Halo. You're going to have difficulty feeding that. If you're going to put your rip clip on your DM13, you might consider what was that other thing? A Q loader.
Well, strike loader too.
Or strike
Strike
loader.
loader doesn't come on time. Get a Q loader and wait.
I feel like I should be rapping the answers with the music.
I
on.
feel that we should almost have this music on the whole program.
Yeah, I'd be holding on to my mic though for the whole thing.
Maybe you could get a hat like Terrell's.
Yes.
Gangster. There you go. You got DJ Zuby rock the bass in the house.
Spinning on my MacBook, yo.
Very good. I'm going to take a quick moment here to thank everyone that's been watching tonight before we slowly wind down the show. Thanks to all of you that are on iTunes. I can't believe I know people say podcast may be in older form. It's been around for a while. But, man, every week when I log on to look at our analytics, you guys keep downloading it and keep subscribing, which is fantastic. I appreciate that. We really like this format, and we do like the question and answer and the chance for us to banter and stretch our legs on the after show. Thanks for all of you guys that watch us every week, and talk to us in the forum and Twitter us in it. It's definitely a two-way street here. We do try to read all of your comments and respond back. So thank you for that.
Well, we try to read. Todd just tries.
I look at the pictures. Unless you put an emoticon up there, I'm really not paying attention.
Eric
to your
Angler
post.
wants to know if he can return a poutine to a restaurant.
You cannot, Eric.
No one in the history of
can do,
ever
sir.
has tried to return poutine.
Yeah, why would you return it?
Because if you
Well-
do, Chuck Norris will be waiting for you.
Except
C-
if you purchase it from a McDonald's.
The
then I can
C
see
was
why.
upset that day, like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli.
Yep. One of the greatest monologues ever.
Yes, I always wanted to be a marine biologist. So thank you very much, guys. I am so looking forward to Paintball Extravaganza. If you guys are going there, definitely stop us, especially Matt. He enjoys hugs. He's a physical person. Stop us and talk to us. We're going to be in every booth talking to all the vendors, and hopefully in and out of some of the tech courses as well. Zuby has already done a Google and found out all of the good restaurants that are going to be around.
Does anyone know, is there a Golden Corral near where the extravaganza is going to be? Because we need to take Zuby.
Golden Coral.
You've never
Golden-
been to a Golden Corral?
It's Golden Coral.
I don't know.
Oh.
Most of the time, I just get in the car and walk in the front door.
I thought they were a seafood restaurant, Golden Coral.
No, that's Golden Corral. It's like Angle.
Gavin Sharma, who should be back in the next few weeks, misses the catfish. Their Cajun catfish is over now.
Yeah, he's a big catfish fan, yes.
Yeah. Speaking of which, hopefully we'll see Gavin shortly. He's working on something right now, so we'll see him hopefully in the next few weeks. Zuby, thank you for being on the program this evening.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you. Why so sultry?
Thank
Joe.
you. Yes. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
And Jamie, thank you for taking time off of your research and development to be here on the program.
Thank you for having me. You'll never get rid
I
of
got
me.
no tunes. What's going on
Down
there?
to the
Tom?
tunes.
Because it's
I like this. What is this, a Walkman?
Let's try
This
this
is like,
again. Take
the
two.
podcast is like a Walkman, right? What?
it's like an 8-track player. You choose this. You choose
It's
what
like
you
a
want.
Walkman.
All right, let's have Jamie freestyle for us.
Yeah.
The outro of the podcast.
Huh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Don't you like popsicles?
Yeah.
You know what? If I wasn't doing the research for the space mission with Paintball, I would have to write a rap this week for the show, but I can't do them both.
What's this kit you're shopping for? My first physics lesson?
Yeah.
Shadow Wolf 99 in the chat says that he saw me mod a rip clip for a die dam, and yes, that does work. It's a heck of a mod, and it will eventually work for you, but it won't work for the rip clip will never work on a gun that has a feed stack or a feed neck on it. They're just not designed to
I'm
be
sure
that
you
way.
can fashion something together, but it costs a lot more than a new Halo.
Wolf, I see you. Don't think you can sneak into the program late and get away with that. We're going to have to talk after class here.
Wolf just asked me to do a rap.
I see that.
See,
It
it says,
specifically
please don't
says-
stop.
Yeah.
Please don't stop.
I think he knows that guy from Degrassi Junior High
Drake?
that was in the wheelchair.
Drake.
Drake.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
He also knows the Mountie.
Does he? Does Wolf know the Mountie?
Pharrell.
Pharrell?
This is costing me a lot for cassette tape right now, guys. We're going to have to finish this up soon. Seb, thank you very much for being on the program as well.
You are most welcome, sir.
Sounded good tonight.
Not bad. Not bad. I gotta come up with something because I've lost the rights to the hello now. I guess
Why?
because Todd he's hugging it now.
Hugging it.
He made it his.
He has hijacked it.
He hijacked it. That's a great word. Thank you. You're just full of fancy words
See,
tonight, sir.
now
Thank
you-
you very much.
See, now you're stealing something.
What's that?
Now you're stealing something.
He could low hijack it.
La hijack it?
How do you say nice in French?
I don't know, but I'd just like to say that
Jamie.
Bill Murray rules.
Have a Merry Christmas. All right, Matt, thank you for being in the program. Thank you for asking all the questions. Did you get through them all tonight, or do we still have more?
No, there's still a lot left, and I'm not going to ask any more questions unless I get more cheese curds next episode.
Yes, the power of the cheese curd.
And there's people wondering when you're going to go to the bathroom. We'll set a. I say 3 days from now.
Oh,
Unless you
I'll
have a
keep
broccoli
updated.
chaser, you're not going anywhere.
I'll get some prune juice on the way home.
Yeah. All right, thanks guys for joining us. We will see you guys back here for another edition of Behind the Bunker next week. Farewell.